Hello everybody, how are you doing today? My name is ZachTG, and today we're going to be continuing the Zero Escape Games Virtue's Last Reward. In the last stream, we saw Dio's ending pretty much, which, well, it gave us a bit of reason as to why Dio has been acting the way he was throughout the game so far. That does not excuse it for me, but did give him a bit of reason, just justify it a bit. And now we're just starting off path 4, and we just got done with the infirmary. We voted ally against Temiochi. Unfortunately, he decided to stab me in the back and betray. And so now we're going to continue the path to see what exactly will change when I go through the second set of chromatic doors. So, let's continue. Yeah, last time we went through the lounge and infirmary first in these room decisions, and yeah, they definitely changed from the first 3 paths. Yeah, so far the 4th path, yeah, they're definitely changed.
Oh, Sigma.
Well, have you found anything?
No. What about you?
Nothing. I looked through 3 or 4 of the rooms in here. No secret passages so far.
I don't think we're gonna find any. Do you really think Zero Senior is that stupid?
You're probably right. A secret passageway would be a pretty serious oversight. I have a lot of choice adjectives for Zero, but I admit stupid isn't one of them.
Right?
Hey, there's something I've been wondering about.
What?
So, what exactly is the deal with the two of you?
What do you mean?
Well, you obviously know each other pretty well.
Yeah, we do. We're half-sisters. Any chance you'd buy that one?
Sorry.
Then what do you think we are?
I didn't feel like playing games. What's headquarters supposed to mean?
What?
I heard you two talking in the infirmary. You said something about getting in touch with headquarters.
Alice, what should we do?
Alice laid her hands on her hips and sighed.
Clover and I are
Co-workers.
Okay. Where do you co-work?
We can't tell you that.
Why not? Is it some sort of secret government project that you can't talk about?
You can tell yourself that if it makes you feel better.
Does it have something to do with Zero?
Why would you think that?
Because you seem to know more about Zero than you're letting on, Clover. The way you were talking in the infirmary, there's even a Zero. Sure sounds like you've heard of Zero before to me. And Alice, from what you two were saying, I'd bet you know something about Zero too. Come on, you can't hide it forever. Just tell me what's going on here.
Well, this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
Clover.
It's okay. I think we can tell him a little.
What do you mean this isn't the first time?
About a year ago, 9 people were kidnapped and forced to play a game.
And here Clover's basically gonna explain the events of 999 in case you couldn't tell.
The rules were different, but it was called the Nonary Game too. Oh, wait. I guess only 7 of them were really kidnapped. I mean, 2 of them were actually the ones behind it. No, I guess if I count the other 2, then there were 9. Anyway, the people behind that Nonary Game also called themselves Zero.
Whoa, hold on there, Clover. Can you give me more details? Besides, how'd you even know about this in the first place?
Because I was part of it. I was one of the people who got kidnapped.
What? You mean this is your second Nonary game?
No, it's my third.
Third?
The same thing happened 10 years ago.
Wait. What are you... Then that means you have to have something to do with this.
I guess you could say that.
What do you mean you guess? How could you not? Whoever keeps doing these Nonary games must have decided they want you to play a third one.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Because the game was run by a different person both times. And the guy behind the first Nonary game has already been arrested.
What about the second one? You said there were 2 people for that one.
They're still on the run, but...
Then it has to be them!
No, I really don't think so.
Why?
Because they already did what they were trying to do. There's no way they'd have another Nonary game.
Okay, well, that makes no sense. So, let me see if I have this straight. The Nonary game has already been done twice by different people and for different reasons.
Yes. Well, I can't be totally sure, but I think so.
Then why is whoever's doing this calling it the Nonary game? Is it just a coincidence that they're calling themselves Zero?
I don't know.
That's not good enough. You've got to think. Clover, you're the key to figuring out all this out, but you've got to think.
But I don't know. Oh.
What?
The gas mask.
The gas mask? Oh yeah, I saw it too. But what about it?
Well, somebody in a gas mask showed up and used that white smoke stuff on me. That's what happened a year ago. And that's what happened on the 22nd. Someone with a gas mask attacked Alice and me while we were...
Whoa! Then it's got to be the same person!
But I don't know why they do that. I mean, they already did what they needed to do. And if it was them, then I don't know why all these other people are here. Except for me and Alice. None of you guys have anything to do with what happened a year ago, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know I didn't have anything to do with it. Are you sure you've never met any of the other people here?
Yeah, I'm sure. I know I've never met Luna, or Dio, or Tenmyoji, or Quark, or Phi, but Kay...
Right. There's no way to know who he is under that armor. And if his memory loss is real, he wouldn't know even if he had met any of us.
Unless we can get that mask off him, I can't say for sure if I've met him before or not.
Then before one of us could break the silence... Tenmyoji? What's wrong?
Luna! Where's Luna?
She's not here.
What's wrong?
It's Quark. Something bad's happened.
Hey, calm down. What happened to Quark?
He just collapsed. I have to find Luna. She said she was some kind of a doctor, right?
Luna's over in the lounge. Where's Quark?
It's in the infirmary.
Got it. I'll go get Luna. You head back to the infirmary. Clover, Alice, you're with me.
Okay.
Right.
We bolted out of the crew quarters and headed toward the lounge and Luna. I'm just wondering what happened to Quark. Yeah, he just collapsed. The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds, his results lit up the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and just stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Don't tell me.
Oh no.
I felt my stomach lurch. Don't tell me.
Yes, he's been infected with a virus called Radical 6.
Of course. Have you heard of this virus? Radical 6, I mean?
Yeah, they have. I told them about it before we went to the lounge.
What? No. No, that can't be right. The Quark can't be. There must be something we can do. How can we cure it?
Well, the Atom says that there's an antiviral serum called Excelavir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it?
Was there none in the infirmary?
Sigma, Tenmyoji, and I looked everywhere. We didn't find anything.
We didn't find anything like that in the crew quarters either.
No luck in the lounge.
Oh God. Then he's going to... Oh God, no.
Tenmyoshi's voice broke as he spoke. With a tortured sigh, he collapsed to his knees.
Quark?
Well, what the?
Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
What the? Oh!
What? Quark, what are you...
Sorry, Grandpa. I can't. I have to.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
But how?
Like this!
Quark's hand moved like lightning. He'd grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight toward his heart. Stop!
No! Let go! Let go of me!
Ugh. Pretty tough for a kid. Hey, guys! I could use a hand here.
Yeah, right. On it.
Me too. Stop it! Let go of me, you jerk!
Tenmyoji! What the hell are you doing? Get over here! Tenmyoji! Can you even hear me?
Right.
Damn you! Bastard! Why won't you let me go? I have to get out of this body! They can't lock away the soul! Once my body's gone, my soul can escape! Please! You have to let me go! Let me go! I'm trapped here! Let me die! I have to die! Kill me! Somebody! Anybody! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Ah!
Jesus, this kid's lost it. Hey! Somebody get that scalpel away from him!
Right! I've got it!
Good job, Clover! Quark barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we going to do? We've got to calm him down somehow.
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well, I mean,
What?
there's Soparil Beta.
Soparil.
That's the anesthetic! The one that's in our bracelets!
Good, perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
You'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tenmyoji. It won't hurt him, I promise.
But...
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just... Okay, I've got it.
Good. Wait until he's... Now! Do it now!
Right.
No! Stop! Stop!
I wonder if it's the Radical 6 that's making Quark act like that. Because I think judging by Tenmyoji's reactions or something, I think this was something he did not expect.
Respiration, blood pressure, brainwaves. Everything's normal. According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep.
Alright. I guess we're good for now.
Yes.
What about the anesthetic? How long will it last?
He shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy.
I think that might be the virus's fault. It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of strength it had.
Yeah? How do you know?
Huh? Oh, well,
How much do you know about this Radical 6?
not much. I probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article Sigma showed me.
Yeah, but how do you know it attacks pretty much that part of the brain? Because I don't think it mentioned something like that in the newspaper.
You'd better not be lying.
Why would I lie about that? I've seen other viruses that do the same thing. I was just making a guess. So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical 6 too? Yes. At least, I think so.
So, what kind of virus is Radical 6? I pulled the newspaper article out of my pocket and looked at it again. Everyone else crowded in.
Look at this last line. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised.
Are you saying this is some kind of quarantine zone?
I already explained this. That's not possible.
Why not?
Dio ran through what he told the rest of us in the lounge. So basically, it's if this was some sort of quarantine, this was a quarantine facility, then why'd they grab us before the virus leaked out? Like, before any of us ever heard of Radical 6.
Then, you're saying the newspaper article was faked?
But the virus is clearly real. That Adam machine told us he was infected with Radical 6.
So, do you know how that thing works? I bet there's 1,000 ways to hack it. Zero Senior probably just programmed it so that it would spit out whatever he wanted. Besides, there was something Sigma mentioned. Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no, but...
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
What?
What did you say?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Alice? What the hell? Explain.
As much as I would love to. I'm sorry. Time's up.
Time?
Hit the buttons on your bracelet.
Shit. 5 minutes.
Then we only have 5 minutes until the chromatic doors open downstairs.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but I'd really need more than 5 minutes to explain this.
As if you tell us even if there was time, right?
Oh, would I? Who knows?
Fine. We'll deal with this later. Right now, we need to get to the elevator and head down to floor B.
What are we going to do about Quark?
I'll carry him.
Are you sure?
I can't just leave the boy here. Besides, if we don't have Quark's bracelet, there'll be one team who can't open their secondary door. If that happens...
They'll get penalized.
As was Quark.
Exactly.
Very well then. I will carry Quark. I will be able to move much faster than Tenryoji.
You make a good point. Look, are you sure about this? Can I trust you?
You have nothing to worry about.
Fine, just be careful.
Of course.
All right, let's go. We're running out of time, people. Move!
At Phi's command, we all began to run. The door opened and we spilled out into the warehouse. Alright, it's just about time to make our second group of chromatic door choices.
chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
They're open! We need to hurry.
Who's going to go in which door?
What are our options?
We're almost out of time. Pay attention. We've only got time to do this once. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
The options Phi laid out for us were the following. Option A. Clover and I pair up with Temiochi to go through the blue door. Luna and Phi pair up with Dio, go through the green door. Why did I say Luke? Kay and Alice pair up with Quark to go through the red door. Option B. Clover and I pair up with Dio. Oh God. To go through the red door. Luna and Phi pair up with Quark to go through the blue door. Kay and Alice pair up with Tenmyochi to go through the green door. Option C. Clover and I pair up with Quark to go through the green door. Luna and Phi pair up with Tenmyochi to go through the red door. Kay and Alice pair up with Dio to go through the blue door.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
So, how do we want to pair up?
I think the people who have the greatest disadvantage should get to choose.
What do you mean?
The people who have 1 BP.
So you, Phi, Luna, and Sigma?
Yes, exactly.
Alright then. Who do you want to go with, Alice?
Anyone but Dio. I'd rather die than get paired up with that prick.
So, not option C.
Just anyone but him.
Damn. That's a lot of hate.
What did you expect? You betrayed me.
Hey, I told you already. That was Quark.
Nope.
I don't believe you.
What? You're telling me you trust him more than me? Anybody other than Dio could mean Quark, you know. You willing to pair up with him?
He's asleep. I don't really think I need to worry about him voting.
I glanced over at Quark. He looked tiny, cradled in Kay's arms, fast asleep. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was just a kid who tired himself out from playing too hard.
Alright, bye. Who do you want to go with?
Anyone other than Tenmyoji is fine. My reasoning is the same as Alice's. He betrayed me last time.
So once again, anything other than C.
I guess that's fair.
If we want to honor Alice and Phi's requests, then we can go with any option besides C. So, A or B?
Hold on. We've got 2 other people with 1 BP. How about you, Luna?
I don't really have a preference. Clover and Kay did betray me last time, but...
They're both pairs now, though. And since you're a pair too, there's no way you'd end up going through the same door as them.
Yeah.
Alright then, Sigma. How about you?
Let's see. Clover and I were a pair. That meant that I had to choose one of the 3 solos. And yeah, we do not want to go through the green door with Quark because, yeah, Phi and Alice strongly recommend we avoid C at all costs. So, let's see if I can trust Temiochi again, please. I'll take Temiochi, so we'll go through the blue door.
Me? But I picked Betray last time.
Exactly. So I'll just make you pick Ally this time. Well, I guess I should say you won't have a choice.
Is that so? Mind telling me how you'll do that?
I'd love to, but we don't really have time. Ask me again later, okay?
Fine. You're on.
So we're doing option A. That means Luna, Dio, and I will go through the green door.
Which leaves the red door for Quark, Kay, and me.
Any objections? Good. Let's go.
Listen, take care of Quark, alright?
You needn't worry.
I'll watch out for him.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry up, guys! The door's closing!
Right.
I'm going.
With only seconds to spare, we dash through the blue door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Three doors. Which one should we take?
That seems like kind of a silly question. I mean, they're all locked, aren't they? How can we go through any of them if they're locked?
Well, this thing here's got a lever on it. Maybe that does something.
Why don't you pull it and find out?
Right.
Oh, hey, looks like one of them opened.
But only one. Why's that?
They're probably telling us we should go that way.
Might as well then. Yeah, I think last time we went through the blue door, we went to the rec room. This time we're going to the PEC. So yeah, the rooms are different depending on which door you take first. So this is the exit, huh? Nothing. Locked tight. Won't even budge. So, what the hell is this place?
The door said PEC. Guessing it's not for working out, though.
It looks like it's probably an acronym or abbreviation or something, but for what? Prepared emergency chocolate? Private execution commode?
Oh, wait a sec. There's a manual here. I think it explains what this room is for.
What's it say?
Hold on. This facility is pressurized, maintaining much higher air pressure than the surrounding environment. Airborne viral contagions.
What?
Quiet. Keep reading.
Right. Airborne viral contagions have necessitated this step, which is intended to prevent contamination of the installation. All persons wishing to exit the facility must do so through this pressure exchange chamber. Once the chamber has been sealed, the pressure can be lowered to match the surrounding environment. Before the PEC can be depressurized, all occupants must be wearing Level A hazmat suits to prevent infection. The PEC will not function unless all occupants are wearing appropriate protective equipment.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here? Are they trying to say the air out there is full of some horrible virus? Really, Sigma? I'm guessing it's Radical 6 out there.
I don't think it's just any virus.
It has to be Radical 6.
Oh, man. Then that newspaper article was true. Several long moments of silence crawled past. The three of us just stared at one another, our minds working to make sense of this new information. Eventually, Clover shuffled to one of the lockers and opened it.
Is this one of those hazmat suits the manual was talking about?
Yeah, I figure they are.
We won't be able to get into the pressure exchange thing unless we've got those on, then.
Getting that room to decompress is the only way we'll get outside.
So, where is the actual decompression room?
Have a look. See that lift over there?
Oh, yeah. This room's divided into two floors, upper and lower.
We're on the lower floor right now. Earlier, we were on the upper one.
And this is the actual pressure exchange chamber. No good. This one's locked too.
Won't open, huh?
Nope.
Okay, it's probably pointless, but humor me on this. Let's go put on those suits, come back here, and try the door again. maybe, just maybe, we can get
Well,
out.
it does seem like that's how this thing is supposed to work. But do you really think it'll be that easy?
It's hard to believe Zero Senior would make that big of a mistake.
Well, let's have a look around anyway. Maybe we'll find something about that virus.
Yeah, good idea.
What are we standing around for then? Get to it.
Alright, so now it's time to seek a way out. Welcome to the PEC. Yeah, and like they said, we won't be able to get through this without putting on the suit first. So let's see what's in there, for, the lockers first. Well, the two on the right, these both have keyholes, so they're most likely locked. Hey, it's a cardboard box.
This is all junk. Nothing useful in here.
And it won't open.
Is it locked?
Yeah, looks like it. Shit. It's locked up tight. What are you trying to do? Use X-ray vision? Really, Clover? Really? What the heck is this thing? Is that a barometer? The needle's in the middle. It says it's 1.5 atmospheres. That must be the normal pressure for this building. Remember? It said something in the manual about the pressure in here being higher than the pressure outside. Alright. Oh, we have to go upstairs and get the suits on. The heck is this? 25113. Well, unless we know what symbol equals what number, we're not gonna get anywhere. So let's head back to the upper level. Everybody on?
Yeah.
I'm good. Okay, here we go. Alright. So let's see the lockers here. And put on the suits. One of those protective suits. If we put these on... Okay, really, there's a typo in the game right here. Yeah, there's a typo. It really should be on instead of 1. If we put these on, we should be able to get into the decompression chamber. Well, let's do it then. How you managed to get it on? Yeah. It's a little big on me, but I think I should be okay.
I'm ready to go.
Good. Should we go then?
Yeah, might as well.
I'm not gonna do the little radio transition effects. I'm guessing these lockers just contain more of the suits. Huh, that's interesting. We got some of the symbols right here. Ah, this is the manual I was telling you about. Remember I read to you? Oh, you mean that thing about how we had to wear the protective suits to enter the decompression chamber? Yeah. Well, there was another piece of paper in here. It has some kind of drawing on it. What? And we have the instruction manual for outside the pressure exchange chamber door. Okay, for the PC code outside. So, pink needs to connect to orange. Then, yellow needs to connect to green. And white needs to connect to blue. Okay. And then we pretty much have these symbols up there, and I'm willing to bet that they're part of the code for the lift. Let's see. Looks like a trapezoid. Then the diamond, up arrow, star, then cylinder, and then looks like two triangles together make an hourglass. So I wonder if this might have anything to do with matching up the numbers or something. I think if we could find a similar table of that or something that looks the same as this, I think we may be able to determine which symbol goes with which number, maybe. Back down it is, then. Alright. Well, nothing left to do but, use that, just enter. Now that we got these things on, we could go inside, right? What the hell? The handle still won't move.
Maybe that touchscreen on the door unlocks it.
What? That's a pain. Why would they do that?
Security, maybe.
When you select the yellow guide ring, other rings will appear at other points that you can draw lines to. Select one of these outer rings to draw a line connecting the two. Repeat this process until you have connected all three pairs. Remember, however, that lines should not overlap or cross one another. Right, let's do this. Alright. So we gotta connect these colors to each other. And then first we should try connecting pink to orange. Alright, this is simple enough. Next we need to connect yellow to green. And then white to a dark blue. Well, this is simple enough. Good job! You did it!
Nice work. We should be able to get this thing open now.
Alright, we're in here now. What the heck? And we got a tablet. A tablet, huh? There's nothing on the screen. I don't think the power's on. Is there a switch or something? Not that I can find. Really? How the heck are we supposed to turn it on then?
Take a close look. It doesn't have a switch, but it does have a USB port. Maybe if we plug it in...
It'll turn on?
I think so.
Okay, so we need to find something with a USB port then. And there's the numbers. So we got 6, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. Now I can easily tell which symbol goes to which number. So the trapezoid goes with a 6, diamond goes with 3, arrow goes with 4, star 1, cylinder 2, and hourglass 5. Okay, no problem. Okay, and that's creepy. A model of Zero Jr. It looks like it's actually plastic.
Yeah, it's inflatable like a beach ball.
Well, it's damn creepy, that's for sure.
Hey, you got that right.
Okay, and we got another door. Let's see if we can go through here. Hey, this door is welded shut!
It looks like it.
How are you so nonchalant? That door and the one we came through that let us in here are the only ways out of this room. See? So even if we did decompress this room, we still couldn't go outside?
That's right. This is a dead end.
No.
That's what I was trying to tell you. Didn't I say it wasn't going to be easy before we got here? Think about it. There's no way in hell Zero Senior would let us out that easy. Otherwise, what's the point of all this?
But... damn it. And I was getting all hopeful. This sucks. Hey, Clover, where are you going? I'm going upstairs and taking this stupid thing off. It's not like I need it, right? It's hot and it's uncomfortable. I'm out of here. Well, there she goes. What the? What in the hell was that noise?
I don't know, but I got a bad feeling about this.
I've got a bad feeling about that. Preparation complete. Now beginning decompression. 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? Why did that happen?
Hell if I know. Why are you asking me? We need to get out of here, now! Come on! Shit! It won't budge. Just use the panel, remember, like you did to get us in here.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Pressure differential is too great to open door. Shit.
Damn. I guess we're going to have to equalize the pressure before we can get it open.
Oh, great. Now what? Oh my gosh! God! It got big!
It must be the difference in pressure. You ever taken an open bag of chips to the top of a mountain or something and it gets all puffed up like it's gonna pop? Same sort of thing.
I guess, but this is just...
Looks like it might be about to pop. What the hell are you doing? That's the decompression button. It's not gonna do us any good now.
Alright.
That should be the pressurization button. Hit it.
Right. Insufficient power for repressurization. Please route additional power.
Well, that's that, I guess.
Did they make an image error or something? Because it's supposed to be pretty much have these green lines right in front of it due to them being in the suit. Jeez, how many errors are we going to get for this one room we're going to escape? Damn it. There's a key up here. But I don't know what's for. I wonder if... Poke... Whoa! It popped!
Don't worry. I think that was the point. See? There was something inside.
Oh yeah. Is this a doll?
Apparently it was inside the other Zero Jr.
There was a Zero Jr. inside of Zero Jr.? And we have a Zero Jr. doll. That's fine, but it's not gonna help us get out. We need to figure out a way to get the power on. Hey, the plate's rattling.
Zero Jr.'s explosion probably knocked it loose.
I think maybe we could get it off now. Give me a hand.
Fine.
Alright. And we got these things. There's something in here.
There's a yellow one and a purple one. Looks like they're part of some kind of machine.
So we got laser emitter yellow and laser emitter purple. And another two.
There's more over here. They look just like the other ones we found.
One's yellow and one's purple. So we got yellow and a purple. Okay, so I think we need to use them to connect to this machine. So I think working backwards. I think we need to put one over here. And one over here. One over here. And... yeah, this should work. What was that?
Maybe it's the pressurization system starting up. It should have enough power now.
Good. Maybe now we can get out of here. I think there's just a pressure in here.
Alright, press it. Press the damn pressurization button.
On it. Repressurization preparation complete. Repressurizing now. 3, 2, 1. Glad we got the air back to normal.
Look! The needle's back to normal.
Thank goodness. Looks like we did it. Now let's try to focus on getting out.
Alright, we've restored pressure. We should be able to use the door panel now.
Alright, just like when we came in, right? Let's go. Alright. So, pink to orange. Yellow to green. And white to dark blue. Well, I put in the same codes last time. Why is it not opening up? Shit. This is harder than I thought. Clover's on the other side of the glass, wearing her protective suit. Hey! Clover! Clover! Can you hear me? You don't need to yell. Huh?
These helmets must have a radio. We should have realized that earlier. How else would we have been able to talk to each other after we put them on?
Oh, yeah. I guess the excitement of the moment and everything. It looks like you guys are locked in there. I tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. So, what should I do?
Can you look around to see if there's anything useful?
You mean over here?
Yeah.
You can direct Clover by selecting objects on the other side of the glass. Alright, well, how about this box? I don't think I could investigate before, because it was too low to the ground. Clover, is there anything in that box? No, it's empty. Ah, dang it.
Clover, can you look inside that locker?
Well, I would, but this one's locked. What about the one on the left? Sorry, I already took a look at it. There's nothing there that can help us.
I see.
I think I just noticed kind of looks like a file on the ground. Hey, Clover! Look under that machine! Here? Yeah. Do you see it? It looks like a binder. Yeah, I see it. Pick it up. Is there anything in it? Okay, hold on. This is...
Hey! What is it?
There's a piece of paper in here. A piece of paper? It's just like the one I found in the manual. Oh, no, wait. It's a little different. The picture's similar, but I guess it's not the same. What's it of? How do I explain this? There are these color circles, and they're connected to other circles.
Ugh, you're not making any sense. Just bring it over here and shove it up against the glass.
Right. And we found an instruction manual for the inside of the pressure chamber.
Ha! This is perfect. If we could just connect the dots like this.
And we have the PC inside, so now the new code is white, purple, yellow to pink, and light blue to green. So we ignore the dark blue one now. Alright, so now let's see if we can try to escape. Alright, so let's see. First, we have to get white to purple somehow. Alright, next we have to get yellow to pink. Okay, I think I fudged up on that one. Shit, this is harder than I thought. Go right here for the purple. Then for the yellow, just connect it like this. Because I was just looking at this for the light blue that I realized... Yeah, I got stuck right here. But there we go. I don't think the orange one has been... Okay, no, we used the orange one before.
Good work.
What's going on? Did you guys unlock it? Yeah, looks like it. Hold on, I'm opening it now. Okay. Welcome back. I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks to you, Clover.
We would have been toast without you, thanks. Aw, that's okay. You don't need to thank me. Alright, well now... Let's just go back here and, open this up. 25113. I wonder what these 5 cylinders are about. Right, let's do this. Okay, well the first picture looked right. It's definitely a cylinder, so let's move up. Okay, none of the arrows are right. That's 4. And none of the trapezoid things are right. They're 6. But the stars, they're 1. It's fine, right, for 3 and 4. And the diamonds, they're good for 3. So if I move this one... Yeah, this looks right. Good job!
Looks like you were right.
Hey, look! And we got a small key. Another small key. Okay. I wonder if we could use them to unlock the lockers.
Good. Looks like you got it open.
Is this a protective suit? Maybe, but it's so small and cute. Maybe it's for a kid? And we have a small protective suit. This may seem kind of a stretch. Can we put it on the doll? Oh my goodness. We can. Wow. Good. It opened. There's something in here. Huh? Is this a journal?
Looks like it's blank. Not much. Wait. There's a slip of paper in here. This is...
And we got a sheet of paper with colorful shapes on it. Alright, and... No, not the inside. Paper with colorful picture. Okay, so for this first one... Yeah, looks like we have all these different colors. Wonder if they mean something. So let's go upstairs. Go back to the upper level. Can we take these off now? Yeah, I think so. I mean, we unlocked the door to the decompression chamber, right?
Yeah, no point keeping the damn things on now. Off they go.
Ah, feels much better. Clover, you're drenched in sweat. Hey, you're not thinking creepy stuff, are you? Of course not.
Just put them back in the locker.
Okay. You better not, like, smell mine or something, Sigma. I'm offended you would even suggest such a thing. Jeez, Clover. And there's still this thing we haven't investigated yet. Should I put the dressed up Zero Jr. doll here? And, well, we got this. Well, this is the machine, I guess. I can't find a power button.
Me either, but there's a cord coming out of the back. See?
Yeah. That's the USB cable. You think we're supposed to plug it into something? Oh, hey, you've already got it. Hurry up and plug it in. Right. Let's just connect to these and... Huh? I wonder what these are about. Do you think they mean something? Okay, pattern display is the same as pattern stomach of the stuffed animal. Select this and the pattern so the device can read the colors in the pattern. Okay, let's give this a shot. Okay, so let's see. Huh. I don't get this. Let me just see this more carefully. There are color squares on the side here. Kind of looks like green and pink. So it'll be 1 and 7. Okay, that's the color code right there. And that's the optional one! Huh? Did I solve it? It looks like it. I mean, the color changed and everything. This is...
looks just like the passwords I found in the AB room and the infirmary.
Yeah, this ought open that safe. And we found the safe password, the hidden file. Password, okay. So now let's use the slip of paper with a colorful picture. So we have light blue, red, dark blue, yellow, pink, and black. Red. That kind of looks like 6 to me. No matter how I look at it, that's gotta be a 6. Light blue, green, black. Blue, green. That just looks like 2. That's 3. Okay, good. Good job! You deserve a pat on the back. Don't patronize me.
Hey, the colors changed.
You're right. And we got to the escape password. Huh? This one's different. You think it'll open the safe too? Well, no harm in remembering it. Alright, so... yeah, the safe's right down here. This is the safe, right?
Yeah. It's just like the ones I saw in the AB room and the infirmary.
So we just type a password in here and it should open. Everything else looks the same. Alright. Star, star, moon. Alright, there's the file password done. Hooray! It opened!
Good job.
And we got the gold file. And of course, the safe password, the escape password here. There we go. Phew. Looks like that did it.
It looks like there's a lot in there.
Whoa, what is all that stuff? Hold on. I'll take everything out. Just be patient. Let's see. First off,
a map.
It says floor B.
The one we found in the infirmary said floor A.
So that means floor A must be the top floor, huh? I mean, we took an elevator down to get here. Yeah. Seems like it.
Keep going. There's more in there. This looks like...
key cards. They got moons on them. That means these must be the moon keys the announcer was talking about.
There's 2 of them, just like with the sun key.
You take one, Temiochi.
Huh? Why?
You're solo. Clover and I only need 1. Ah.
Oh, right. Thanks.
Okay, got a couple more things. What's this? Looks like a memory card.
I feel like I've seen something like that before. But where?
I wonder what's on it. Well, unless we can find something to stick it into, we won't be finding out anytime soon. Well, we can figure that out later. For now, we'll just take it with us. All we've got left is
The key!
Is that the key to the exit?
What else would be? We should be able to get that door open now.
Alright.
Come on, there's no time to waste. Let's move.
Right. Let's get out. The lock for the door. It says lock. Let's go. Okay.
Right. Let's do this.
3, 2, 1. And we escaped from the PEC. And we have the trophy Master of Escapology. I'm guessing we unlocked it because we escaped from 8 rooms already. Is this another warehouse?
Looks just like the one on the last floor.
There's even a big old door in the same spot where the number 9 door is in the other warehouse.
True, but it's rusted over. I don't think it's opening anytime soon.
No lever to open it anyway, I can see.
Well, shoot. We couldn't possibly open that with our bare hands.
Duh. How much do you think that thing weighs?
You'd have about as much luck trying to lift a pickup truck, even if it was unlocked.
I want to know what those are.
Those white doors?
Are they chromatic doors?
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, look at this. It's one of those things that says lock.
Yeah, just like the ones next to the other chromatic doors.
So you're saying all the chromatic doors for the next round are white?
Yeah, they were different colors before, but...
Guess things have changed for this round.
Before we can discuss the doors any further, a familiar robotic voice crackled over the speakers.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
God, Dio.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What?
One of the other teams opened the gate early.
What in the hell did they do that for? We haven't even started back yet. Never mind, Mike. We just need to get back up there pronto. I'm worried about Quark. We need to hook up with Alice and Kay. The sooner the better.
Right, got it.
Let's go.
Gosh darn it, Dio. We returned to the Floor A warehouse to find only 2 people waiting for us. Kay, who'd gone through the red door, and Dio, who'd gone through the green door.
Where's Quark?
We took him to the infirmary. At the moment, Alice, Phi, and Luna are looking after him.
Is he alright?
I don't know if I would describe him as alright, but apparently his condition has not worsened, if that's what you mean. He is still resting. However, we...
Good. I'm going to the infirmary.
Tenmyoji, please, wait!
Tenmyoji ignored Kay and took off at run through the yellow door.
Oh dear, he's gone. There was something I needed to tell him.
Well, it's not like it matters. The girls will just tell him when he gets there. He ought to calm down once he's seen the kid.
Clover and I looked at one another, eyebrows raised.
What are they going to tell him?
Well, you see...
What?
You found virus medicine in the laboratory?
Yes. Unfortunately, we found only a single vial.
Then we can cure Quark's Radical 6.
So it would seem.
Well, I guess we should head over to the infirmary and see how he's doing. Come on, let's go.
Right behind you.
Oh, that's good. That is good. We can finally cure Quark.
Fine now. It might take some time for him to recover fully, but the worst is over.
Luna's voice was quiet as she stepped back from Quark. She held an injection gun with an empty vial. Delicately, she placed it back in the cabinet. Quark had been laid out on a crude cot and was still sound asleep. His breathing was even and his expression was peaceful. He looked like any other child, sleeping soundly after a long day of doing whatever it is children do to amuse themselves. Any trace of the insanity he'd shown earlier was nowhere to be found.
Is he really going to be okay?
Yes. We analyzed the vial and confirmed that it was definitely Excelivir. Now that I've administered it...
The Excelivir should eradicate the virus completely given enough time, right?
Yes, that should be the case.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, what a relief.
Things are looking pretty sketchy there for a while, that's for sure.
I felt some of the tension disappear from my shoulders, and I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. We weren't out of the woods yet, but at least Quark was safe. Tamiochi let out a long, shaky sigh and lowered himself onto one of the empty beds. He rubbed his hands wearily across his face, and I thought I saw the glint of tears.
Alice, you and Kay, I don't know what to say other than thanks. You saved his life. I don't know the words to tell you how much that means to me.
Oh, please. It was nothing, really. We just happened to be the ones who went through the red door.
Where is Kay? He's not in here.
He's still in the warehouse. Dio and Kay stayed behind.
They went there to wait for you guys while we came back here. We figured someone should explain what was going on so you wouldn't come back to an empty warehouse.
So, Dio and Kay were the ones who opened the AB gates?
Not both of them. There was only one door open.
Well, we should get back and tell them how Quark's doing. Kay will want to know at least.
Yeah, you're right. I nodded and headed back toward the other side of the room. I was nearly there when Tenmyochi suddenly spoke.
That's right.
Huh?
You know that memory card we found?
This thing?
Yeah. I think I know how we can take a look at what's on it.
Oh, that's right, the side of the screen!
What, you don't remember? There was a memory card just like it that we used to solve the puzzles in here.
Yeah. He's right. There's a slot next to the screen. Should work for this one, too.
Oh yeah, there it is. Right, yeah. Well, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I want to see what's on it.
Okay, just give me a minute here. I slid the card into the slot next to the screen. No sooner had I done so than an image of a waveform popped up on the screen.
Is there an audio file on here? Why don't we turn up the volume a bit?
How? Luna tapped a few things on the screen and a bar began to move across the screen. Before long, a voice drifted out of the speakers.
This is Control. How's it going over there? Bet you missed the sound of my voice, huh? Well, I gotta be honest. It's getting pretty lonely over here, too. Feeling kinda like howling at the moon. Lone wolf style. Speaking of which, I'm looking at it right now. The old girl is beautiful. Never seen a moon this full. And that color. Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
Okay, so that file down there showed the moon at, like, the lunar eclipse. Yeah, December 31st, 2028. Then how is the moon red in pretty much Dio's ending? Is it still the same night or... I'm just getting more confused if this file even exists.
The moon's this amazing red.
Yeah.
So beautiful. It'd be kind of ominous.
Yeah, so what is going on here? The existence of this card so far and how they're saying it's the eclipse of 2028. It just raises more questions than answers so far.
Wish you guys could see it too, but... sorry, forgot. You're supposed to be on Mars, aren't you? So, how are Phobos and Deimos looking right now? Sure, hope I'll get to look up at them someday too. Anyway, over. Hey, something wrong? Talk to me, guys. What? You gonna play hard to get because we haven't talked in so long? Enough jokes, alright? Knock it off! Where are you guys? Is there something wrong with the radio? You're saying everything's green? Well then, what the hell's going on here? Why aren't they responding? No, the video feed's online. Look, you can see all 9 of them, 3 at each table. What? Someone hacked our feed? What do you mean this isn't live? An old clip on repeat? Who would do that? What the hell is happening here? This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. Please come in. I'm asking you to respond.
This is...
Oh, thank God. You really had me worried there. What happened?
6 of us are... dead.
What?
What?
Counting myself, there are only 3 left.
Why are...
They were killed.
What?
I guess you could say I killed them.
What?
No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6. All of them. All 6 billion. Soon, I will have killed 6 billion people.
What the heck?
Are you there? Respond! Damn it. This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. We have an emergency situation. We have an unconfirmed report of 6 deceased test subjects. Deploy rescue and escort teams to the test site immediately. Shit. What the hell happened in there?
My gosh. Wait a minute. I just want to see something. It's too bad we just can't look at it. I just don't know if this Radical 6 has killed 6 billion people or not. But if it did, then yeah, this woman must have made one heck of a prediction. Is that it?
Yes. What on earth was that?
Any ideas? I got only frowns and shaken heads in response. Only one person showed a reaction other than stunned confusion. Temiochi. Long after the audio ended, he stared at the screen, deep in thought.
Do you know something, Temioji?
Yeah, I think I know what that was. It's probably a transmission from the Mars mission test site.
Mars? I'm sorry, what? You mean some kind of space travel?
What kind of test site was it?
Did you know that the government is developing spaceships with particle annihilation engines? These ships would be able to get humans to Mars a lot faster than old chemical rockets. But they don't want to just send a manned Mars mission off half-cocked. That was the idea behind this test. They built a whole complex in this old Air Force base in Nevada. The idea was that it would be a simulation of a manned mission to Mars with a crew of 9 men and women. They'd monitor the whole thing and use that data to plan the real mission.
So, what we just listened to was a transmission from that project?
Yeah.
Why is something like that here?
Don't know why. We found it in the safe. No explanation. Dollars to donuts, it's got something to do with Zero's plan.
You mean you were meant to hear what was on that card?
Yeah.
It's all very interesting, but how exactly do you know about all this?
Oh, about the simulated Mars mission?
Yes.
I was involved with the project.
Involved?
The intent was to create as accurate a simulation as possible. That meant we'd need to simulate the radio silence we'd experienced during conjunction.
What's a conjunction?
It means 2 things in space are close to each other. In this case, we're talking about a superior conjunction, where Mars and Earth are on the exact opposite sides of the Sun. So unless we've got some sort of relay, there'll be a period of time where we won't be able to communicate with each other. What we heard on that card was when the simulated conjunction was scheduled to end.
That's when they died.
No, we don't know that. They could have died long before that conversation. All we know is that's when it was discovered.
So 6 of the test subjects died, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember what she said? There was something about how she didn't just kill 6 people. She said 6 billion. What the heck did she mean by that?
Just what the hell happened there?
Temiochi frowned and looked down at the floor. We were all silent as he paced slowly back and forth across the room. At last he stopped, raised his head and spoke.
The truth is that there's a chance a virus escaped from the test site.
A virus? Wait, you don't mean...
Of course! Radical 6.
Yeah, Radical 6.
What? How can that be?
Yeah, now I'm just more confused than ever because of this. Because there's no way all this was happening, like, on a single day, including this Nonary game. There's no way this is happening on a single day. There's gotta be some sort of logical explanation for it, and honestly, I just cannot think of one right now.
I'm just telling you what I know, okay? Nobody's sure how Radical 6 got in there in the first place, but... one of the subjects might have been infected when they entered. Or the virus itself might have been an intentional part of the simulation. The test site deaths became the index case for a pandemic. Anyway, prevailing wisdom says it got out somehow. And once it was out, it spread pretty quick. All across the planet.
And it killed 6 billion people?
No, not directly. Best numbers put only a third or so of those deaths as directly caused by Radical 6. The other 4 billion died from the collapse caused by the deaths of that first third. The whole world just... fell apart.
Wow. Damn. I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start knowing where to start. Well, no, take that back. Explain that date. Unless I heard this wrong, the day the Radical 6 got out was December 31st, 2028.
Yeah.
But the day I got grabbed by the guy in the gas mask was December 25th, 2028.
Me too. Christmas Day.
I was kidnapped on Christmas, too.
Clover and I were taken 3 days earlier, on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Then you see what I'm saying, right? That recording was made close to a week after we were all picked up. What the hell is going on here? That thing is from the future!
You see...
10 minutes remain.
Ah, come on!
Until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
We're out of time. We need to go back to the warehouse.
Wait! You haven't answered...
Don't care. I need more than 10 minutes to explain everything. Half-assing is just gonna make you more confused. Now get moving.
But...
It's enough! Shut your damn hole or I'm picking the train!
Hey, come on now.
Fine. Do what you want, but I need to get back to the AP rooms. I'd like to stay with Quark. He seems to be doing all right.
I'll stay here with them. Fi can do the voting for our pair. I can trust her. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you'd be willing to do that, I'd be much obliged. Thanks, Luna. Take good care of her.
Of course. I'll make sure everything goes fine.
Temiochi gave her one last nod, then turned and dashed out of the infirmary. Well, that's that, I guess. We should probably be going too.
Yes. We'll just have to wait to hear the rest of what he has to say later.
I'd rather just get it all out in the open now. There's not much we can do.
Let's get going then.
We returned to the warehouse to find only Kay. I explained what had happened with Quark, then glanced around the room. Hey, where's Dio?
He has gone into his AB room.
Already?
Indeed.
Then he opened the first AB gate, right?
Of course.
This is bad. I won't be able to talk with him. This is going to limit my choices.
You've only got one BP left, don't you?
Yeah. Luna's the same.
If Vi chooses Ally, and Dio picks Betray...
Phi and Luna will be penalized.
I don't have a choice. I'll have to pick Betray. The risk with Ally is just too high.
Hey, Alice, don't you have one BP too?
That's right. But Kay and I will be playing against Quark.
And he'll just default to Ally. I guess you don't need to worry about getting penalized then, huh?
But what if Alice and Kay choose Betray?
You needn't worry. That will not happen. Even though, as you have told me, Quark is recovering, he is still weak. Moreover, he is only a child. To betray an innocent child would be...
Yeah, that would be unthinkable. Even if you ignore his age or condition. It's hardly fair to take advantage of someone who can't vote.
So you'll vote to Ally?
Yes.
Of course.
Well then, shall we go?
Yes.
Kay and Alice nodded to one another and disappeared into the AB room, second from the right. Without saying anything, Phi turned and walked into the room just left of theirs. That left only myself, Clover, and Temiochi.
Do you remember what you said to me when you chose the blue door? Something about how you convinced me to choose Ally? Seems like now would be the time to let me know how you're going to convince me.
Well, it's not that complicated. I promise you that Clover and I will vote Ally. That's it, pretty much.
I see. And you figure I'll believe you because you've only got one BP. Once you've told me that you plan to ally, I won't be able to choose Betray. Since, if you're telling the truth...
You'll kill me.
Not a bad plan, but it assumes that I've taken killing you off the table. Seems like a risky bet for you.
I disagree.
Why is that?
Clover's BP is 6. If you ally and we betray, then she'd have enough points to escape, right? She could run off through the number 9 door as soon as this round is over.
I never...
That's easy for you to say, but think about it from my perspective. Sure, you might not, but you also might. If I guess wrong, that's a pretty big loss for me.
Well, what if Clover tries to seduce you to get what she wants?
What?
Huh?
That's just an example. What I'm trying to say is that once you two are in that room, Clover might try and make some sort of bargain with you. I'm asking what you're going to do if that happens. Are you sure you'll still choose Ally?
Seduce me, huh?
Hey! What are you staring at, you perv?
Really, Sigma?
There's no way on Earth I'd do anything like that! Ugh, as if! In your dreams, creep.
Well, that's that then. Not gonna lie though, I'm a little disappointed.
So I can trust you. You're gonna choose Ally.
Yeah.
You can trust us.
Promise.
Of course.
We promise.
Alright. I guess I'll vote Ally too then.
3 minutes remain until Amadex game polling closes.
Well, looks like we don't have much time left. I'm trusting you.
I'm trusting you too. Temiochi gave us a curt nod, then turned and strode into the second AB room from the left. Right. Well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's let the voting begin.
Hey, Sigma, I wanted to to ask you something.
What's up?
Could you pick Betray?
Of course she's trying to do it! What?
I mean, I could try and, like, tackle you. But you're so big and strong, you'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
Yeah, well,
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay back. If you just pick Betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
anything?
Yeah, anything. So think carefully, okay? If you choose Alan, you're trusting him with your life.
Yeah, if he chooses Betray, it's all over.
Are you really, really sure you can trust that old fart?
Hey now, that's not very nice.
The only safe choice is to pick Betray.
But if he chooses Ally and we don't...
Then I'll have 9 VP. But you don't need to worry about that. Even if I do get 9 VP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself. I mean, Alice wouldn't have 9 points yet. And I can't leave her behind. Please, will you pick Betray?
20 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes.
The voting machine was right in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Temiochi and pick Ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and...
If you just pick Betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
In the end, there was only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, of course Clover would try to seduce me. Nope, it ain't working on me. Ally! Sorry, Clover. You lose.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Sorry, Clover.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Where's Alice? Was she here for the results? She was not here for the results. Good, Temiochi allied. Temiochi allied, thank goodness. Big surprise, Dio picked Betray. What a shock.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Well, nobody's going to be escaping anytime soon.
Looks like you managed to trust me.
Well, it seems like I made the right choice.
I did what I said I would.
You really helped me out. Thanks.
I could say the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased.
That was a bad choice, Sigma. And after I told you I'd listen to anything you said. Oh well, whatever.
She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. Across the room, Dio and Phi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Don't give me that. You know exactly what I was doing. I knew you weren't stupid enough to pick Ally. You'd defend yourself with Betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went to?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AV rooms with Kay.
Yes, We did indeed enter together. When the doors opened, however, she left, somewhat unsteadily, in the direction of the cyan door.
Uh-oh, this could be bad.
She left the warehouse?
Indeed.
Without even checking the results?
Correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Indeed.
And you two still choose ally. Man, what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so. Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Where did Alice run off to?
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired. Perhaps she went to one of the cabins to rest.
Oh, well, I guess that would make sense.
An ominous rumble filled the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want?
That means the Star keys can be used to play the AB game any number of times. If I understood that announcement correctly, that is.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as they get close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. So Perry Solo assignment hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all of our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Okay, so Phi's got an cyan pair. No, that was not Phi. Okay. Okay, never mind. I'm getting it wrong. Huh. It looks like all the colors are weird. Clover's a cyan pair and Phi's a magenta pair, but Temiochi's a yellow pair?
The 3 solos are red, green, and blue. K's red, Dio's green, and you're blue.
Then how are we supposed to group up for the chromatic doors? I think they're gonna be white this time.
Oh yes. Dio told me about them. Very interesting.
Yeah, they're white, all of them. I had a good look while I was waiting for Sigma to show up down in the warehouse.
You should have seen them then too, Phi.
Yeah, I did. You're talking about the doors in the Floor B warehouse, right?
Yeah, so lay it on us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Phi nodded and began to explain. Option A. Temiochi and me would form one group. Phi and Dio would form another group. Clover and Kay would form the third.
Huh? Wait, you mean there's only one option?
Yeah. There's no other way we can group up to make white. Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets, so we don't know for sure what their colors are. But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
So they'll be yellow, magenta, and cyan, right?
Right.
Alright, what now? We've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
Yeah, about an hour, looks like.
I'm gonna go find Alice.
Of course. I'll come with you then.
Clover gave her a shrug, and the two of them headed out through the cyan door.
Do I really need to say it?
The infirmary, right? You're going to check on Quark?
Yeah.
He gave me a nod and trotted out through the yellow door. That left only 3 of us. Dio, Kay, and myself. What are you guys going to do?
Yeah... I think I'm gonna head over to the lounge and have a drink. You wanna tag along, Kay?
Are you making fun of me? I find it rather hard to drink with this mask on.
Ah, right, of course. My bad. Well, I'm out. Later.
With a lazy wave of his hand, Dio slouched off toward the magenta door. It took me a moment to realize Kay was following him.
Hey, what is this? You following me?
No, you must be mistaken. I hope to investigate Floor B further. There are still several rooms I haven't visited.
Okay. You don't have to tell me your life story. See ya.
Their conversation ended as they reached the door and stepped through it. Alright. What should I do?
Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
Of course! I need to get to the rest of that story at Temiochi. The words were scarcely out of my mouth before he set off at a dead run down the hallway and toward the infirmary. Huh? There's nobody here? The room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the Patreon. There he was, Temiochi. He was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture? I must have made some small noise because he suddenly looked up, saw me, and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Why were you hiding it?
Why should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Anyway, where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the rest.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be. Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal, but you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, alright? You remember so much, you told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
Are you sure you want to know?
Huh?
Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you kept your fool mouth shut. Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you? You sure you want that?
Hey, come on, you don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am. Before I could, Fi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice's.
Oh no, not again!
Look, just come with me, alright? She's in the number 2 cabin.
Without waiting for a response, Fi spun around and ran back out of the room. Temiochi and I exchanged a quick, confused look, then leapt up and took off after her. Looks like fate never really changed much for her. Alice is dead again. For the 4th time so far. Absolutely beautiful. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It felt as if I had walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forwards, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to stay myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then, at last, I pressed my finger to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. No, it's not true! Why? Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. A scalpel, not a knife? Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest, and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Game's participants, except, of course, for Quark. I want to ask which one of them have killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each of one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this? Say something! Answer me!
Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed.
Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
You nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AV room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover, don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards! You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7,
Clover!
6, 5, 4,
Clover!
3, 2, 1.
Well, we don't have the proof yet. It's something to be found on another timeline. Oh, wonderful. Oh, Blay, wonderful. Guess we're done with half 4 for right now. We're done with half 3. We still don't know paths 2 and 4. And we still don't know the mystery of the two-headed lion yet. So, yeah, nothing really left to do except, well, let's be seduced by Clover and pick Betray. Ugh. Oh boy, I really do not want to do this one. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? I definitely have a bad feeling about this.
Of the Ambidex game will now please.
Yeah. Skipping. Oh, now Alice saw? Now Alice saw? Why does my one decision affect whether Alice sees the results or not?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
So, that's how it is, huh? Promises are made to be broken, I see.
Sorry. I just couldn't bring myself to trust you.
I could have chosen to betray and killed you. That was a possibility.
Yeah. After all, you did choose betray in the last
That
round.
was a completely different situation. Well, in any event, your idiotic paranoia has given Clover 9 BP. How do you intend to deal with that?
Don't worry. She'd never try and open the...
Really? Then what's that?
Huh?
Look, I believe she's standing in front of the number 9 door right now.
What the hell? No. No way. Of course, yeah, Clover's gonna betray all of us.
Oh, the number 9 door.
She opened it.
Shit!
Clover! What the hell are you doing?
Sorry. Alice gave me an order then.
Clover, you have to get out of here and call for help. My BP's down to 1. I'll have to play the AV game at least 3 more times in order to get to 9. If someone beats me to it, then we'll be trapped here forever. That can't happen. I'm giving you an order as your commanding officer. Escape.
What about the promise you made me?
Promise?
You said you'd listen to anything I said.
So, I am, aren't I? I can sure hear you well enough. Every little word is reaching my ears, isn't it?
You...
What? Were you thinking of something gross? You're a perv.
Hey, come on now!
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Anyway, I did what I promised, so I'll be heading off now.
Clover!
Clover!
Fucking bitch! You're not getting out of here!
Dio leapt toward Clover with a roar, but she danced quickly aside, dodging his punch with ease.
Bye, guys.
With a last carefree grin, she leapt through the number 9 door. Jeez, Clover.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
She's gone.
Shit!
All we can do now is wait for her to call for help.
Help, huh? Let's hope there's still someone who can.
What's that supposed to mean? Temiochi said nothing, just shuffled off through the yellow door and out of the room. A cold silence descended on the rest of us. It was a silence that promised to remain for a very, very long time. Oh, great. Yeah, I knew something like this would happen if I picked Betray before. Alright, so let's check out the next path. The 5th path. Alright, just for fun, let's go through the green door with Quark. I want to take Quark and go through the green door. So, option C, I guess?
No, I don't think so. Were you even listening?
I'm not gonna pair up with Tenmyoji.
That means option C is out of the question.
I agree. Option C is a no-go. You'll have to kill me before I'll go anywhere with Dio.
That was that then. I might have been able to argue down one person, but two? Besides, there was no way I'd be able to overpower Kay, grab Quark, and force Clover through the green door. Fine. If you guys are that determined, I'll pick another door. I had two choices. The blue door or the red door. Unfortunately, I have to go through the red door with Dio eventually. Why not start now? I'll take Dio. That means the red door for us.
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? Feels kind of weird to say that about myself. Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
Are you okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but if Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. Kay, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay, I'll take good care of it, I promise.
What about find Kay?
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Yeah, good. Looks like we're all set. Kay nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Come on, guys, hurry! The door's already closing.
I know!
With seconds to spare, we leapt across the threshold.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
I'm just thinking about how to do Dio's voice, pretty much. How the heck am I supposed to do Dio? I have a feeling I'm probably gonna do Quark eventually down the road. So I gotta figure out how to do that voice as well. What is this? There are 3 different doors.
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
So this is a dead end? Great.
No, hold on. What's this thing?
Well, it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
That was a really bad pun, Clover. Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh? Am I great or what? Huh?
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
I wouldn't rule it out. Let's just take it easy with her, okay?
Hey! What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady? I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets. Oh man, I'm good.
Sigma, please, let me give her a snack.
I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse?
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
I thought you said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you? Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine, I'll do it. Ready? Here we go!
Huh? The center one opened.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one then. Forward!
Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. To the laboratory. Whoa. What is this place?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
A laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here? If they do...
Good idea! We might be able to find some of that Excelivir.
If we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Well, somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
Well, we won't know until we look. So let's get started. Alright, time for the next room. The laboratory. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Well, we got these things. There's something on this tray. We got an empty capsule, and seeds. We also got binders here. A binder. There's some paper inside. Okay, now I'm gonna have to think of a voice for Dio. Let me see that. I don't know if this is sounding a bit like Temiochi or something, but it's the best I got. Says steps for dissecting a frog. You have found steps for dissecting a frog. Alright. Oh yeah, the memory card for the PC, of course. Steps for dissecting a frog. Remove the specimen from its preserving ethanol. Dispose of the ethanol by pouring it down the drain in the fume cupboard. The ethanol will be filtered and gathered in the liquid waste tank beneath the cupboard. Begin dissection using provided scalpel. I definitely haven't heard of this when we're doing dissecting frogs at school. A binder! It looks like there's 2 pieces of paper in here. Yeah, let's see here. Hydroponics Research 1 and 2. And we found Hydroponics Research 1 and 2. So, prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids. Dilute with ratio 1 parts fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid has a distinct color. Preparation 2. Prepare the 5 types of plant seeds. 2 long, 3 round. There's a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used and the type of seed. The relationships can be categorized in the following manner. Long seeds fail to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Well, it's not pretty obvious since, well, there's 2 of them. So really that clues just a big waste of time. Round seeds in fluid B, yellow, and fluid D, cyan, fail to germinate. So that must be where the long seeds go. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C, green. The unmarked seeds failed to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. When the striped seeds were put in fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. Okay. Well, we can worry about that later. What about this? What's this thing? Who knows? I guess we'll ignore it for now. Okay, there's the door. Really? Another lion eating the sun? What the heck? And we have a scalpel, probably used for the frog. Okay, and we got another seed container, so that's 2. I think I see another one here. That's 3. Yeah, this looks suspicious. We got roots. And we got saline solution and a frog. Maybe I'm supposed to dissect the frog here. Huh? Why'd they put a speaker here? That's a drain! What is wrong with you? Oh, I see you got the frog there. Planning to take it out, I assume. Yeah, I probably got Dio's voice all wrong. I'm sorry. It's the best I could do. You should probably pour the ethanol down the drain first. Fine, the ethanol. Okay. I'll just pour the froggy ethanol into the drain. And set the frog over here. Alright, and for dissecting the frog. So, it's time to cut up poor Froggy. Sigma? What are you gonna do with the scalpel? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? But poor Lord Hoppington.
What are you freaking on about? It's dead.
That's not the point! It's still sad! Yeah, it is kind of sad.
Oh, for the love of...
This frog is dead! It is an X-frog!
Fine. I'll do it.
Hey! Well, I guess that saves me the trouble.
Huh? Something came out of his stomach. A blue capsule.
And we got a blue capsule. Well, we got waste tank here.
This tank collects liquid waste. The ethanol I poured down the drain should be in here.
It's a little big, but I have a feeling we should take it. Maybe. You cannot combine these items. You cannot combine these items. You cannot combine these items. Oh well, if I try. Let's see. Oh, hello. That's seed number 4. And I think I see seed number 5 right over here. Cylinder full of seeds. They're thin and have stripes. And another binder.
A binder.
There's some paper inside it. It says DNA extraction instruction. And we found DNA extraction instructions. So let's see. Proceed through the following steps to extract DNA from a plant's roots and seeds. Place plant material in designated blender and activate blender. Once the material has been thoroughly broken down, add in a solution of saline water. The liquid will be filtered and drip into a beaker. Once it's done so, pour the ethanol into the beaker. DNA will collect at the bottom of the beaker. Use an empty capsule to collect it. Okay, well the ethanol was in the frog, originally by the frog. So it should be in the waste tank. So, I guess what they're trying to say is that we're supposed to put this plant in there. What's this thing? That thing on the top looks like some sort of industrial strength lid. If you open it up, it looks like a blender or something. I don't think you'd use it for cooking, though.
Yeah, maybe it's for scientific experimentation. We are in a lab.
Yeah, you could probably pulverize just about anything with something this heavy duty. Okay, time to throw this roux into the mixer. Alright, it's done. Alright, next would be this solution. Alright, I'll just pour the saline solution here. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually... Okay, looking good. Alright, next, the ethanol. Alright, next I need to put the ethanol into the beaker. Then... I guess I should do it. And last, put a capsule in. Alright, I'm gonna dip the protrusion of this capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Awesome, you got it all! I'm just wondering what happens if I start putting the seeds in there. Are you gonna use those seeds in the mixer? Yeah, you think I shouldn't? No, I just mean, don't you think you should put all of them in? You mean all 5 different types of seeds? Yeah. Interesting. Why not? Alright, done. Alright, next is this. Alright. I'll just pour the saline solution here. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually... Oh, this looks rather yellow. Okay, looking good. Alright, next would be the ethanol. Alright, next we need to put pour the ethanol into the beaker. then... I guess I should do it. Alright, I'm gonna dip the Bertitia on this capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Awesome, you got it all! And we got the yellow capsule. I got this thing here. Is this a microscope? I tried looking into the eyepiece, but it's pitch black in there. Well, there are these 4 holes on top of it. Maybe we need to stick something in them? Wait, Sigma, I think you already got what we need. Are you waiting for something? And yeah, if you do the seed solution in there, you get pretty much the file code. Look! The screen changed! What's going on? You put in the yellow capsule, right? I think it reacted to that. Why? Dunno. But I was just thinking... Thinking what? Well, that thing we just put in had plant DNA in it, right? Maybe that caused this... Anyway, let's go have a look. This is a safe password. Perfect. This is just what we need. Yeah! Now we can get in the safe! And yeah, we have the secret file password. I might as well get it out of the way. I might as well put the other 2 capsules in. But we still need 1 more. Wonder where we get the last one. Well, there's one thing we haven't examined yet. This thing. Man, look at all these pipes. I think they run down to the beakers underneath. There are handles where the pipes meet. If you turn the handle right, the liquid goes right. And if you turn it left, the liquid goes left. So maybe if you put it in the middle, half goes to the left and half goes to the right? What is this liquid then? Probably water? What do the numbers mean? Are they supposed to indicate the amount of water that flows out of each pipe? There aren't any units, but it looks like 80-somethings of water comes out of the center pipe. And then each pipe after the split gets 40. So we're supposed to regulate the flow of water with the handle so that each beaker gets the correct amount? Yeah. How do we get the water to come out in the first place, though? I think you probably just pull that lever over there on the right. Like this. After turning the correct levers, pull down the lever on the right to pour water into the beakers. Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, so let's see. So if we split this down the middle, we'll have all 40, but if we do it like this, we'll have 30 and 10. There's 40 and 20, that makes the 3 right there, and the 2. Yes, it does work. 40, 20, 10... Seriously, the solution for this is like, flip all the switches down the middle. Really? We've poured the water into the beakers and all the lights are green. You did it! Alright. The beakers contain liquid culture. Each seed requires a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. Press the X button to grab a seed, then place it on top of another seed to switch them. Press the check button after you put the seeds in the correct places. When each seed is in the correct culture, you will complete this puzzle. I'm not sure what's going on, but here goes. Okay, so let's check out the archives for the hydroponics research. Yeah, dilute ratio, 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. So yeah, that's the preparation parts for the pipes. So let's see. Long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Well, that's pretty obvious since there's only 2 seeds and 5 beakers. Round seeds in fluid B and D failed to germinate. Okay, so that's where the long seeds go. But which stripes go where? That's the question. Let's see. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C. Okay, so that means it has to be a clear one. non-marked seed failed to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. Yeah, so, non-marked seeds failed to germinate. Okay, well, this is obviously fine, but what about these two? Those are striped. When the striped seeds were put in fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. Yeah, this is obviously very striped. This one, not so much. So I think we got it. Yeah, there we go. You did, Sigma. You've sown your seeds. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quiet, you two. Look at this. Oh, a red capsule? Okay. There's a red capsule sitting in the hole. Alright, so now let's insert it into the microscope looking thing. Sigma, come here. What's wrong? I can see something in here. What do you mean, something? Just look. It's easier than explain. Alright. What the heck is this? Probably a simplified version of a DNA sequence. A is adenine, green is... G is guanine, C is cytosine, T is thymine. I think we can manipulate it. Yeah, it looks like the puzzle has to do with pairing these bases. Bases? Yeah, DNA is made out of 4 bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. However, you can only bind A and T or G and C. Anything else won't work. These are called complementary base pairings. You sure know a lot about this stuff. I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve this puzzle now. Give it a shot. Alright, so we have to match all the A's to T's and C's to G's. Okay. Well, this looks right so far, but this does not. Alright, now it doesn't look right. Okay, now we got it right. Ha! Did it! Good job, Sigma! That was awesome! You want a treat? I'm not hungry. You're turkey! What in the hell? Stop screwing off. We don't have time for that. Now get over here and look at this. Huh? There's something on it. Huh? It's different now. The shapes are in different places. And we found the safe password. So let's open the safe and get out. This is safe, right? Yeah. It's just like the one in the AV room. I saw one in the infirmary too. If we punch in the right password, it'll open up. At least it should. Alright. Yeah, first the file password. Yes, it opened! You did it! And we found the gold file. Now opening up with the real escape password. And there we go. Ha! It opened! Yeah, there is quite a bit of stuff in there. It's a very generous safe. Awesome! The suspense was killing me! Alright. Okay, what we got here? First is... a map. It says floor B. The one I found in the infirmary said floor A. So did the one from the lounge. Then that would make floor A the top floor, right? I mean, we rode the elevator down to get here. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. These are the key cards. Each one's got a picture of a moon on it. Then these have to be the cards the announcer was talking about. Looks like they give us 2, just like with the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll hang on to 1. Cool. Sure, fine. Next up, we've got a notebook. Anything interesting? I can't read any of this. Are these even letters? What the heck is this? Isn't it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this. What language is it? Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian? They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway, what else have we got here? Looks like 2 more things. Is that medicine? What's it say on the label? A-X-E-L-A-V-I-R. Excalibur? Axever? Wait, didn't Lewis say something about, Excalibur? You're right! This is it! This is Excalibur! It's a cure for Rascal 6! Whoa, hold on. Let me see that. Later! We need to get out of here as quick as possible. Yeah, we need to get this stuff to Quark. First, we gotta get out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy. You got it right. You got it right? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Now we can save Quark. The lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do it. Just get it over with. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And the laboratory is done. Yeah.
Hey, hold on a minute. There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Yeah.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator?
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any idea?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course! This machine must be here so it can just make all of the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiot girl, you know that. In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one!
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again?
Why?
I didn't really get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excalibur?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written right there on the label. Excalibur.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose Ally.
Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To to blackmail me?
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I curled my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening...
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it!
It's not fair!
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be.
Okay, if I didn't hate Dio before, I certainly hate him now. In fact, I pretty much loathe him right now. Oh my gosh. He is seriously blackmailing a child's life into play here. That is just unacceptable for any reason. Yeah, I really despise Dio right now. As if I couldn't hate him much before. As if I didn't hate him much before. Yeah, when I heard they murdered the old woman before, I seriously didn't think I would hate him anymore at that point. Oh, I was dead wrong. I was really dead wrong.
So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Fine. I promise.
Sigma!
I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and... well, you know what happens. See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room. God dang it, Dio, really?
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally, and he chooses betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1, and that means I'll get paralyzed.
But that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will...
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. Oh God. Oh God. I'm really not looking forward to the voting. And Dio opens the gate.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the next round.
I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back, as was Phi, and of course Clover. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here.
God dang it, Dio.
I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So, how'd it go out with you? Find anything interesting? Fi only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We've still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
Gah, what a bastard. I agree, Sigma. I 100% agree with you there.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded to Clover, and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Okay, then. Guess we should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. You wouldn't tell me anything about the lab, except that you found a journal with his words. Some sort of bullshit language. You said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you could read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So, in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not going to be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Phi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. Alright, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
And how exactly you know about this in the journal is just beyond me. Because I don't imagine you pretty much know about Radical 6 in Latin. It's kind of hard to believe for me. What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. Okay, seriously. How can I read Radical 6 from Latin? I'm pretty sure she would never seen Radical 6 in Latin before, most likely. If we assume the brain currently operates on a 1-by-1 basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduce this to 1 by the square root of 1/6, or approximately 1 by 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Wait a minute. So, yeah, I get what happened to Quark, what happened previously. Yeah, that definitely seemed like they had Radical 6. So, did that mean that during Path 1, while it was in the security room, that Sigma must have had it as well? Interesting. Therefore, when 1 second is passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds or square root of 6 seconds have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed. This is why the virus had been termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those affected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is as of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a videocassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason will become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspects of this virus. And Phi knows all this in Latin because research suggests that targeted antiviral could kill, or at least disable, Radical 6. But we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we had been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes it, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. Whoa. That's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's, what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written? I mean, for what we know, there's a drug called Excelivir that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters? Which would mean we're all supposed to be unaffected? We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been affected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
Wouldn't we age as well, honestly? And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long, and how would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the Nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Fi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You could tell me about Quark later.
And with that... she was gone. Man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Fi and I talked about would definitely need to be addressed. But for the moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake. Mine and Quark's. Those affected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before he got to him? Or perhaps he just got out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelivir. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was, then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I had considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. There was only one choice! There had only ever been one choice! No way was I going to leave Quark to die! My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they choose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape them that I'd kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go to the AV room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Temiyochi's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright? Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Temiyochi and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
That he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the accelerator from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. I made up my mind to choose ally, no matter what, but... a part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now I made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Luna explained Temiyochi's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
Right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well,
So you are planning to choose betray.
I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly toward the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot toward the second room from the right, and were soon out of sight inside it. Alright, Clover, time for us to go.
Okay. Right behind you.
I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room. Alright, time to make what's possibly one of the most important decisions of this game.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to Ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick Betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chooses Ally and we choose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio was going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is Ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excalibur, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
Well, as Sigma says, we really only have one real choice here. Ally. There's no way I'm sacrificing an innocent kid's life just to save myself. There's no way I do that.
Has been completed. Results.
I might pretty much have to in some of the other bad endings. Possibly.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. What happened to Alice? Kay, did you do something to Alice? And yeah, Dio picked her tray. Surprise, surprise. Well, looks like I'm dead.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soporil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it! You keep your promise! God damn it! I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last, the smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back! Give me the medicine!
Give it back? Act like it's yours. Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care! Just hand me the medicine!
What are you talking about?
We found the Accelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now, you... I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Accelavir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said, unmistakably, Accelavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay?
Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the Soporil, which just 9 minutes later, the Topocura ring is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Soporil was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxed and followed it. About 4 minutes already passed, which left me with 5, give or take. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? Heh. I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. Well, looks like we won't be finding that out right now. Yeah, if you didn't hate Dio before, you certainly hate him now. Bargaining, like blackmailing a child's life just so he could get out and kill another person. What the heck? Okay, this book is open. Yeah, that lock is open. Must have been pretty much the journal we found in the laboratory. Yeah, before I could get to that lock, I want to see what happens if I could betray Dio once and for all. Make sure he'd never get out. Sure, Quark's life will hang in the balance. But at least it meant that Dio would not get out. Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, alright? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Yeah. Well, considering Alice is now on the results board, something bad happened to her. Yeah, Kay did something to her. Most likely. Sorry, Dio, you're not getting out anytime soon.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jesus.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma? What are you talking about?
We found the Excalibur in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it. What? You mean he has it? Right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he planned to do. No! Don't! I leapt toward him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it to the ground.
No!
You bastard!
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chosen ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
Gah! I had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard! Ah! I allowed a guttural roar and leapt forward, only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was Phi.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
Huh? What do you mean this isn't the time for—
Look at the number 9 door.
Kay. Kay was indeed standing in front of the door. What? What is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly, we were all running toward K and the number 9 door. No. K! What the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken it with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
Couldn't you have waited until the AP gates have closed to see who would be partnered with who?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AV room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged a K, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Well, K's gone, but at least Dio's left behind. Who knows if Quark was saved in that timeline? We'll never know. Well, I was going to go ahead and pick Betray here just so I get to the next path. But we have some unfinished business over here during path 4 because of this second lock. Is there proof that wasn't murder? Well, according to the journal, it said that Radical 6 drives people to suicide. Maybe Quark wasn't the only person affected. Maybe Alice was too. So we'll see. Yeah, of course, we don't need to see that again. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me! Alice wasn't killed! Nobody murdered her! She took her own life.
What? No, there's no way she'd do that.
And in case you're wondering, a trophy appeared which says, "I can't believe it's not murder." It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with the scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
so she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so.
You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth!
I am!
Prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do! I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Fi, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There was the journal. Fi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin. But translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Fi's frown deepened, but she did as I'd suggest. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I just knew.
You just knew. Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The uninfected have only barely managed to survive and have been sent into underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Fi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Temiochi, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Fi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did you?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is.
I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here,
You never would have. This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then, with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room. Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Yeah, Quark should be alright now.
Quark, you're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Tamiochi's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to be indeed corporeal, Tamiochi let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong?
Aw.
Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tamiochi didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I did want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tamiochi deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. At last, Tamiochi seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Really? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sig was here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tamiochi didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, we got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the 4B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me! Come on, hurry up, the doors are gonna open soon. Come on. Just in time.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake!
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this room. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kane Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry it up, Vi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Come on, guys, there's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
The director's office. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. Unfortunately, this is where I'm gonna have to call off the stream for today. Yeah, it's been going on quite a bit longer than I expected, and I figured this might be a good place to stop the stream for today. But before I go, is there anything anybody wants to say in the chat before I leave? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to call off the stream for right now. So next time on VLR, we'll investigate the director's office and see what secrets it holds. So, until the next stream, thank you all for watching, and if you ever see Dio, remember to always hate him with your guts. Until the next stream, fare thee well.